There's Twitch. There's YouTube. I don't need either of those open anymore. There's that. Half the screen. There we go. Wrong thing. There we go. Yes, I talk to myself a lot. Probably way too much. Also, the webcam should be much brighter now. I found the brightness setting. Looks a little grainy, but... and I forgot to do the spins. Hello, expand. Ah, jeez. It's still not working quite right. It's working well enough that I could probably make do with that. Just make sure my left and right are working. Okay. It's not awful. The rest of my forward movement should come back at some point. Hopefully. Joy-Cons suck. I love the Switch. Joy-Cons suck. Joy-Cons suck a lot. Fair enough, AI. Like I suggested, try getting an Elgato. If you only care about doing, like, the Switch, Xbox One, 3/360, PS3, PS4, that kind of stuff, just get an Elgato HD 60. It is a better capture card than the blocky thing I use. I only have the thing I use because I like having the option to do Wii games, or PSP, or, you know, older game systems, like N64. But it's also been discontinued, so Corsair is literally your best bet for even getting them. Also, finally, Camp Triggerfish is in the turf rotation while I'm playing, but it's only going to be for like 40 minutes. Well, 50 minutes. Just sad. Well, Elgatos can live stream, so that's why I suggest them. I mean, they are like 130 or something, but they're worth saving for, if I'm honest. I mean, there is a reason why a lot of streamers use Elgatos. They are just really good cards. Man, I'm not doing so great. This entire team isn't doing so great. It's probably because we have someone named Ninjas on the team. That's probably why. I don't know what that gold arrow spray is even trying to do. Like, I don't understand. Why would you play the gold ever? The silver is just better. Like, if you want a good mid, you know, not like bomb rush focused arrow spray, then just play the PG. Go with Booyah Bombs. They're far better than Ballers. Maybe that's just me, though. Maybe I'm just weird. I just realized I'm still wearing the pants. I need to change that. I need my shorts, because the skirt on the school cardigan just looks silly with the pants. It's like the one thing I change, and it's purely because the power armor looks silly with the shorts. So where is the team? How was I there that long with nobody else being around? Jeez. Mr. Beacon, your beacons suck. Why are you even bothering? Guys, the center? I mean, I don't want to get at these guys, but, I'm feeling pretty alone. I think it's time I just pushed forward. I'm not going to accomplish anything by sitting back. The rest of the team's doing that. Not going to accomplish too much pushing forward either. I'm a heavy. I shouldn't be the one making a push. That should be what Captain Bad Beacons is doing. But instead he's being Captain Bad Beacons. I should really stop crapping on this team. Nothing quite like my Joy-Con disconnecting, forcing me to throw the Booyah Bomb the way I did. Maybe I should not be playing a heavy Splatling. Just maybe. Okay, the Blobber was doing something that whole time. So was the Sploosh. But where were they? I don't understand. I mean, I should be doing less fully child-friendly stuff, just to, you know, work my way into the what's going to be new YouTube guidelines, basically. So, I mean, like, legitimately, if I keep going the way I'm going, with being as kid-friendly as possible, there's a good chance I could have comments turned off. Because kid-friendly content apparently can't have comments on it, for whatever reason. I mean, I doubt with the topics we get into that my content is truly kid-friendly, but it's still better safe than sorry. I just occasionally just do a small burst of cursing. Just to make sure, you know? This is a lot of Japanese players. Jeez, can I please have Camp Triggerfish? Please. It's been 10 minutes. This is the third match on Muscle Forge. Ow. Where did that come from? Jeez, I'm going focused. I should not be going focused. But these players are good, though, so I mean... Hello, Koi. Just attempting to play some Camp Triggerfish, but the game's like, no. You want Triggerfish? Well, too bad. Too bad you don't get it. Ow. That is the first time that standard Brella managed to kill me. He has tried a lot. And he has not really succeeded. Ow. This is my third match, and it's been Muscle Forge every time. Just all 3 times, just Muscle Forge. It's like, hey, you want Muscle Forge? No. We'll have Muscle Forge anyway! I don't want Muscle Forge. I want Triggerfish. I want to trigger some fish. Apologize for slipping my drink. My hand kind of slipped. I say slipped. My hands are shaky. To put it lightly, my hands are shaky. It's partially why I have to take such quick shots while sniping, is if I hold it, I'm never gonna hit anything. In general, best is wind and hydro. Solar panels work, but you need so many of them. Wind power can easily be obtained in areas that are pretty barren, but have never been developed. And hydro energy is, well, it's as simple as putting something in the river to create energy. It's basically gathering free energy from the fact a river flows. Hey, Triggerfish! Hello, Zylander. And no, I don't know why. I mean, my streams happen the exact same time every night, so you don't exactly need a notification. And the thing is, with solar panels, you do have power through the night still, because you do still get a minor charge from the moon. The sun reflecting from the moon, basically. And a lot of times, you'll just basically have the power stored in batteries. You basically use solar power to charge batteries. That's how you build up a large pool of power with solar energy. Ow. I mean, I suppose with time changes happening, my stream is probably at a wonky time for a lot of people. Because some places don't have daylight savings time, and others do. I'm in a place that does. And daylight savings happens at random times, it seems. So, I mean, like, it never seems to happen at the same time for anywhere in the world, really. Like, Nova Scotia here, it happened on the 2nd. For whatever reason. I mean, I'm glad to get Camp Triggerfish. It's legitimately my favorite map. So... I love this map so much. It just feels so different from all the other maps. I love it. Aw, communication error. Sadness. That has never really happened before. Well, I suppose it has, but it hasn't happened in a really long time. Yeah, coal is just a bad energy source. It's very bad. It's bad for the environment, and we will run out of coal eventually. Jeez, is my internet just dead? Can't be dead. The stream's still going. Pretty sure, anyway. I have the Nintendo app. My colors are the same all the time. I went into the wrong menu. I can show you why mine are always the same color. I have color lock turned on. I'm colorblind. There are some of the color combinations that I have a really hard time distinguishing between. So I play with color lock on so I can actually see what's going on all the time. That's what it is. Don't worry, I get I get questioned about that a lot. Ugh. That was a hard gulp. Jeez. My throat hurts now. I am bad at drinking. I am very bad at this. Hey, more triggerfish. I legitimately didn't even know I was colorblind until a year or so ago. What's wrong, Doolies? Don't you want to fight? I mean, to be fair, that would have taken a significant amount of development time and work for them to make every Splatfest. So I can understand why they stopped doing them. Especially where there's talk that they might potentially be working on the next Splatoon. I would imagine the development team is already theory crafting the next Splatoon, even if development hasn't actually started yet. I feel mean using this. I feel like I'm going try-hard on these poor people. Like, they didn't ask for this. I mean, I'd hope they didn't ask for this. Ow. Yeah, there is definitely gonna be another Splatoon. I'm honestly a little worried about what it might be like. I'm worried it's not gonna be particularly great. Well, he chose death. Okay. Can't say I blame him. It definitely didn't sell as well as the first Splatoon did, and it also definitely didn't have as big of a player base, but it still sold really well. "12 kills, jeez. I need to switch weapons." I'm feeling really mean. This is a problem with me in the undercover. I'm probably a little too good with it. You know what? I'm gonna go back to some weapons practice. These are both decent sniper maps, so why not? Oh, excuse me. My main worry was the story of Splatoon 2 was rather weak. Like, the base single player was just kind of weak. I'm really hoping it'll be better for the third game. Darn it! Ah, shaky hands. Why do you fail me, shaky hands? Thank you. Thank you for murdering them. I don't like sea baggers. They've never really bothered me, but it's still, I don't understand why they do it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you want to stop participating in the game in the vain hope that you'll annoy somebody? Like, I'm honestly hoping if Octavio is the villain of Splatoon 3, if, there is one. I just have to add that if there is one, because there might not be. This is Nintendo, after all. If he is the villain again, it needs to be a better fight. The Octavio fight in 2 is just kind of weak. Purely because it just doesn't hold up to the original games. Like, the first game, you're fighting him basically through an entire stage. And in 2, you're in a round, boring arena. Like... Meanwhile, the first game, you're having to fight him while platforming. While basically playing a stage. It was a nice way for them to introduce people to the Rainmaker change. I still really wish the Rainmaker had stayed the same. I also wish their dialogue wouldn't have suggested that the one you use in the single player was different from the multiplayer one. Yeah, the Octo expansion was really good. If at times really frustrating. See, this is why I don't snipe. Like, Triggerfish is the better sniping map. Is it gonna give me Triggerfish while I'm holding this? Probably not. I really should not be pushing forward this much. I still have a suction bomb or two left. I don't even understand how... Oh, no, I understand how people get up there now. Okay. Oh, that was so close. Oh. I don't remember any of the stations by name. All I remember is that the one that gave me the most trouble was the don't get hit. So you just dodge for like, I think it was like 30 seconds, something like that. That took me like 3 hours. I know it wasn't that long. It was probably close to an hour, hour and a half, but it felt like 3 hours. Like, stream is glitching. How so? I'm not dropping any frames. Upload is stable. Let me check on YouTube's end. Give me my live dashboard. Yeah, stream health has been nothing but healthy, so I think it was on your end. Might have been a lag spike from your end. Let's leave the dashboard open. Hello, K-Dax. Ah, thank you for following. As soon as my default device is still my headset. Good thing I could hear that. I make no promises of checking anything out, and please do not advertise here or I will have to time you out. I don't think this man is happy with me. I say man, I know there's a pretty good chance it's actually a female person. Splatoon has a very big female fan base, which is still shocking to me. I feel so bad for that person. I've sniped them so much. I'm actually doing fairly okay at sniping today. Ow. Yeah, I have a rule against advertising. Well, I didn't know it was you. I just saw a person coming in. And if I'm offered an easy kill, I'm gonna take it. It's how I work. It's how every sniper works. I'm still learning the timing on that too. I'm honestly surprised I got you. Those dually squelchers I don't think are happy with me. I think I've sniped them a little too much. Either that or they're a viewer and I just don't recognize them. I wish us both luck. Yeah, dualies are annoying for that. Fair enough, AI. I kind of assumed that. Probably so much random table noise ends up coming through the microphone. I should probably move it to from the table I have my mouse and keyboard on to the one my monitor's on. It's more sturdy anyway. It should actually stay there better. I'll do that after the stream, because it would make way too much noise to change now. Hey, maybe. Damn it, I was just biting my lip again. I need to stop that. Such a bad habit. It's so hard to break, though. I also probably should have brought the lamp over. I thought this would be bright enough, but now that I'm turned, I don't think it is. Could be wrong on that, though. It might be bright enough. We're on the same team. Darn it! That carbon roller needs to go. Darn it! This is very dumb. Or not. Yeah, that carbon is a butt. Wonder if that Squiffer knows he can swim with his charge. Ow. Frickin' carbon roller. He has no respect. There was a sniper duel going on. A very janky one. But still a sniper duel going on. I'm honestly surprised we won. Oh, they had a disconnect. That's probably why. Two snipers on a team tends to go very, very badly for that team. I'm getting better at air shots, though, which is nice. Still not good at them, but I'm getting better at them. Freshness bonus comes from every integer of 5 in your freshness for your weapon up to 15. So you'll get one at 5, one at 10, and one at 15 wins in a row kind of thing. Not in a row, but like for your freshness. Like, see how mine's 11.5. Oh, hey, it's a Poliwhirl. At least it's not Poliwrath. Those are dangerous. Poliwhirls, on the other hand, those are just kind of... They look like Poliwraths, but they're not. That person is very hungry. They should go eat. Darn it. Ugh, twitchy hands. Twitchy, shaky hands. Well, this isn't where I wanted to be. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I'm gassy today. It's been a while since I ate. It's probably the coffee. I should really go back to drinking tea for the streams. But I'm running low on green tea, and it's kind of expensive. Darn it! Thought I was safe. I wonder if anyone's gotten the if anyone, it would probably be a scrub like me, because most of the actual good snipers only turf what they have to. Oh, geez, oh, geez. Okay, I'm seeing it in the playback now. Everything derping. Okay, Eee. Oh, geez, that did not fix it. Why is it doing that? Oh, geez. Yeah, that is coming through on YouTube too. Oh, jeez. Why is it? Yeah. I think it's a problem with one of these connections. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. It's still, yes it is. Okay, it's still doing that. Hello, Rand. Welcome to I Have No Leg Room and I Must Troubleshoot. Things might go no signal. Well, they're going to go no signal. What's in League? I don't exactly want to check at the moment. Okay, that didn't fix anything. That appears to have fixed it. Okay, so it was that connection. Potentially. Things aren't glitching out anymore, so there is that. It's Clam Blitz. Oh, jeez, no. Especially Clam on... It's Clam on Moray. Clam on Moray. That right there is just... blech. That's ranked you were looking at. I don't do Clam. I am going to, however, let's use this one. I'm just gonna recon. Because I want to see if things are still going to be messing up. So I'm going to be reconning while watching my playback. Okay. It doesn't appear to be glitching out. Just getting as many things moving around as I can. Okay, yeah, it's not glitching anymore. That's good. So it was the in connection. So I was right assuming it might have been from the Switch. But it was more from the HDMI. Now to get myself back around here. Oh, legs are not meant to get that close together. That hurt. Oh, jeez, that hurt. I need more leg room. It would help if I reorganized this room a bit. But I'm lazy, and I'd need to get a giant recliner out of here, which is part of the problem. So, Kelpdome, Makomar. I really don't want to snipe on those. Also, Rand, how you doing? I think I might have already asked that, but I'll ask it again anyway. Yeah, I'll go back to rolling. Yeah, I have no interest in Clam Blitz. Like, I would have plenty of leg room if the table I was using made sense. It's a folding table, and instead of, like, the legs folding down so they're like, you know, they're 90-degree angles, they're like this, and they crisscross, so this is basically how the center of my table is like. So the bars are in the leg room. And it's kind of annoying. I could probably get away with just a different table, but this one was free, so I don't want to complain about it. It was a free table. I'm not going to turn down free tables. Oh jeez, I'm out of ink. No. Okay, maybe I should not be using my roller. There's some relatively good tryhards here. Wait, what? What? Okay. That just happened. But they were clearly on the ground. Surely someone lagging that badly should just be disconnected? Ow. Like, they were clearly standing on the ground. Yeah, they are lagging a ton. They should really be disconnected. I mean, I'm honestly interested to see how well they did. Like, our sniper disconnected. The fire fin. Why didn't the laggy frickin' splatter shot disconnect? Yeah, that score, jeez. They did better than I normally do when I'm not lagging, while lagging. Which kind of, in a way, confirms a theory I've had for a long time, that lagging is good as long as you're not the host. As long as you can control the amount of lagging you do so you don't get disconnected, it's an advantage. Because you're not where people see you as being. So, you have an advantage. So, hello, Devin. No, I'm on the wrong gear. I want that. Welcome back, Xylander. Turf. I'm not doing League. It is the worst game mode on the worst map for that game mode. Ow. Yeah, I should have saw that one coming. I should have moved forward more. Ow. Well, I got my thing off. If we get enough people, I might do a private battle, but I'd need to be fairly confident we have enough people that would actually stick around. Because I will admit, it does really annoy me when I get started on a private battle for everyone to leave after one match. Like, that's just frustrating to me. So... at that point, it's like, why didn't we just do turf? I actually wonder if it would be possible to control the amount of lag you have. I imagine it would be. Just set up the switch so that it can only send out so much information and not enough to actually matter. Because you can change those settings. That's how my connection is probably more stable than a lot of people's. Because I googled that stuff, and I found a way of making my connection more stable. Darn it. Yeah, in school, I actually never had a problem with legroom, but our desks were pretty nice. Yeah, that seems like a pretty try-hard Luna Blaster. Elementary school desks, though, were just weird. I will always stand by that. They were just weird. Because, like, they were the kind of desks where you were meant to store your stuff in them, like your school books and stuff. But they were kind of outdated by the time I was going to school. Because, well, I could very easily take, like, a Game Boy to school and play it while I'm supposed to be doing schoolwork. And there'd be no way of knowing I was doing it, because this would be the Game Boy Advance. Like, I had an SP. It was only in my later years of elementary, but still. Like, anytime the teacher would come by, I would just close it and be fiddling with something else inside my desk. So, like, they never knew what I was doing. I mean, they could have an idea, but there was no real stopping me. A lot of stuff was stolen out of desks. I don't know. Maybe they had something to do. It does happen. Yeah, I grew pretty fast as well. I was like, in grade 4 or 5, I was probably close to something like 5'4", 5'5". I'm 6'2" now. That's where I peaked off, but I was basically that height before I was even out of elementary school. Darn it. Well then, Zai. It's weird. I ended up getting accused, especially why I never took part in gym. I quite often got accused of stuffing my pants back during that time. Because it was just inconceivable to the other boys that, you know, this little nerdy kid might be larger than them. Is the most PG way I can put it. And I was an odd one in many ways, because I honestly hit puberty a lot earlier than most people do. Ow. It doesn't have to come from immediate, like, parents. It could just be a gene in your genetics somewhere that they missed out on, but still carried, if that makes any sense. Because that's how biology works. I am partially mentioning topics like I'm mentioning purely so I can try to avoid getting labeled as a child-friendly channel and lose my ability to have comments. Because that would suck. Ow. My puberty started at 8. Like, legit started at 8. Ow. Which, as you might imagine, was very awkward. Especially because guys don't normally start puberty that early. They usually don't start till, like, 10, 11, 12, sometimes even 13, and then there's me, 8. Nice, Islander. Wait, why am I moving my coaster? I just need to move the cup. I should really, after this stream, move my mic boom from where it is to the table my monitor sits on. It should reduce the noise that comes through the microphone. Should also mean I can keep the microphone cable separate from everything else so it won't get tangled up by cord gremlins! I'm minorly insane. Though, until it can be definitively proven one way or another, I refuse to believe that there are not tiny creatures that appear just to tangle cords. Because I'm not careless with my cord management, yet everything always gets tangled. Always. The way I plug everything in, everything should unplug in the reverse order of which I plug it in, no problem. But everything gets tangled. Every time. Ow. Yeah, I'd advise against bringing anything big that you might lose to school. Like, I always took my Game Boy Advance with me, but that's because it was small. I could fit it in my pocket and never have it really leave my pocket except when I was using it. Ow. Why so much quick respawn? What is the point of this? You're a blaster. If you're not splatting somebody before you die, you're playing very wrong. I mean, I know that's just the thing to run, because, oh, what if you don't? Well, what if you do? That same argument goes both ways. Ow. Yeah, hitting puberty that early was incredibly awkward. Especially because, well, school is obsessed with, presentations. And you really can't control when Mr. Happy wants to say hello. Even less so while you're going through puberty. Ow. This is how normally a 2-sniper team goes. We are struggling to turf. Jeez, that blaster is just everywhere. Ow. I don't know what that is. I don't know what either of those things are. I did my best. What weapon to use next? I'm trying to think of a weapon to use on the fly, and it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. You know, I could kind of use Tent to practice. I don't know if run speed will even help, but... they don't appear to be, Zai. Ow. You are late, average. By about an hour and 16 minutes. That sounds interesting there, Koi. Oh, jeez. Ow. Darn it. I mean, that's the problem with times, where it's all perceptive based. Fair enough, average. I don't mind if you guys end up being late or just not show up at all. The stream still happens either way. Ow. They had to have been staying like that for a while. How did they live so long? I've done pretty badly with this thing. I've turfed a lot, but that's about it. I have no idea what SNK is. Presentations were the worst, but you gotta do them, apparently. It's funny me saying that. Technically, me streaming is a presentation. Maybe I'd be better at doing them now. I have a suggestion to you, Koi. Does your classroom have like a standard like wall clock? You know, one of us that tick. Or possibly do you just have a watch that ticks? Yeah, Average, you can join in. Why wouldn't you be able to join in? It's just turf. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, it'll be a bit harder, but the suggestion will still stand. Before your presentation, sit and try to consciously take a breath in, wait, hold it for a second or two, then breathe out. Hold that for a second or two. Breathe in for a second or two. And just do that for a while. It will help you calm down. It's what I'd basically do before a presentation. I would basically breathe in for 2 clicks, breathe out 2 clicks. Breathe in 2 clicks, breathe out 2 clicks. I'm so dead. Took someone with me, though. Fair enough. The breathing technique is probably a better thing for general use, though. That way you could, you know, do it while you're out and about, too. I have no idea who that is. Ow. I'm so bad with this thing. I'm better than I used to be, but I'm still really bad with it. I don't know who many people are. So, I mean... fair enough. It's literally the first time I've ever heard the name. Yeah, the breathing works purely because it helps ground you. Because you have to stop and consciously do it. It basically distracts you. And that helps alleviate your anxiety. So after this match, I'm gonna step away because I have to use the washroom. I was gonna do it after that last one, but I got talking and just muscle memoried my way through the menu. 3 seconds is the optimal time for breathing in and out. I only do 2 seconds because I'll start to hyperventilate if I don't. Because my brain's like, not enough oxygen! Even though there is, because my brain is dumb. Ow. I don't know what that is. Guessing it's your microphone AI? Ow. Here's the part where I learned you said that, and it's just, Restream hasn't told me. Ow. Depending on the classes, we'd have quite a few presentations to do as well. English was big for its presentations. Well, big on presentations. I'll never really understand that, but, you know. Darn it. Darn torpedo. Yeah, I'm really focused, and it's not working. So bad with this thing. It does really work. Just do that anytime you start feeling anxious. Just stop and do it until basically you feel better. Ow. So bad with this thing. I mean, mine kind of does the same. My eyebrows have kind of an angry look to them. Which gets worse when I actually try to open my eyes a decent ways. Yeah, it does really suck. Ink brush. Do this. No, not that one. This one. And this. I should put my, I was gonna use the washroom. Well, next time I'm waiting another match. Darn it! Freaking ultra stamps. Ugh. That special needs nerfed. The fact that it just instantly kills if you're in the air is obnoxious. Ow. Like, it should still have the same... Like, it should have to connect with the ground to splat you. Instead of just instantly happening. Ow. Ugh. This is why I don't ink brush. There is nothing I can do against this enemy team. As I say that, I kill 2 of them. Hey, heavy splatling, I'm a hamster ball. I'm a hamster ball. I'm dead. I'm taking the easy kill. I don't care. Now I'm gonna back out and go use the washroom. Because I really have to. Smart where you tell your brother to hold it. Yes, I should be back in about a minute. There we go. Almost grabbed the wrong headset. And I keep going. Why am I still using an ink brush? That needs to change after this. I refuse to help, for I would just not do the homework. I mean, seriously, what's the worst that happens if you don't do it? I did not know that friendly ultra stamps could push around my baller. That's just rude. Okay, are these good beacons? No, they're not. Okay. Not even a main of sub power up. Those are garbage beacons. Garbage beacons that have no right to exist! Ow. You wouldn't fail grade 10 over not doing homework. I refuse to believe your homework is valued that highly in your grades. Hey, I'm a hamster ball. My elementary went to 6. And then high school was 7 through 12. We had no middle school. I imagine your homework, though, AI, is probably worth around 5 to 10% of your overall grade. It's not gonna be enough. Unless you're just really bad at every other, you know, everything else. Ow. I was gonna switch off the ink brush. I am bad at this. This stream will probably only be 2 hours today as well, guys. My throat is a little sore. I think I'm getting sick again. Yes, Dev is... Oh god, what was his name? I think it's actually Devin? He's had something way up above. He's here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's Devin. My brain, for whatever reason, struggled to remember the name Devin. Hey, I'm a hamster ball. Jeez, they tunnel focused. Tunnel visioned. Yeah, I'm really quiet too. Like, I am legitimately talking louder than I normally would. Because if I don't, you won't hear me that well. Well, I mean, you might. I am pretty much inside the microphone. But I am much closer than I feel like I should have to be. But if I talk at my normal tone, then it's really a lot lower. And it's even harder for myself to hear myself. So I talk louder. Darn it! A trick with using, like, a standard microphone to make yourself sound louder. Like, a thing, basically, like, using, like, a TV microphone. Rest it just below your lips, like, on your chin. And you will sound louder. Like, rest it, like, right here. And you will sound louder. Depending on the quality of the microphone, it might make everything sound worse, but you will sound louder. Both brushes are kind of bad. I just find the ink brush more fun. I legit base my usage of brushes over which is more fun to use. Because they're both not great fighting weapons. They're fun, they're just not great. Same with the undercover. It's fun, it's just not a great weapon unless you're really practiced with it. Yeah, dually sculptures. That's where my normal get up. Fair enough. And that is fine. I'll acknowledge it's possible. I'm just saying, like, a carbon roller would be so much better. Well, I suppose with the vertical swing on the carbon roller, it's kind of worse. But if you can manage to get the timing down to the point where you never vertical swing... Though even then, you're still losing a lot of momentum. Why did they have to go and give everything a vertical swing? A lot, Rand, as far as I know. I actually don't fully know. You probably missed me being terrible with the tent umbrella. And then not great with the ink brush. Darn it. Alright. That was the only one that was unavailable, so... Now, jeez. And then I did pretty bad. I turfed. That was about it. My best splats was 1. I could never land a direct hit. Ow. Ran out of ink. I don't know why I'm trying to use dualies. I'm taking the easy kill. If you're gonna make yourself an easy kill, Zylander, I'm just gonna take it. At the very least, there isn't still a splatter shot that is lagging to no end. And doing quite well as a result. I've finished one, kind of. I still have bonus episodes to do. I just need to get back to well, no, technically I finished 3, because both my Animal Crossing ones came to an end. One an unintentional end, and the other an intentional end. The Star Ocean one I finished on a stream, so that would actually make 4. Yeah, I honestly wonder if it would be possible to manually adjust your connection to the point where you actually gain an advantage by lagging. Because lagging in itself is an advantage. Very clearly. Because I have I now have, I could easily make a clip of it, footage of this said splatter shot super jumping, landing on the ground, at which I was standing with a roller spinning in circles. I should have killed them. Then splashdowning, because they splashed down mid super jump. They lived. Oh hey, it's Buddingham. He doesn't appear to be on the Twitch though. Alright, Rand. Quite badly. His shots were coming out of the air. Hello, Buddingham. Yes, I've had a face cam for a while. It was rather crap at first. It's still crap because my face is on it, but you know. At least it's not a laptop's webcam anymore. It's an actual webcam. But like this splatter shots were just coming out of the air at times. They were bouncing around. The YouTube people can see you, Buddingham. And, well, as I explained, their super jump was clearly lagged. As in, they were on my end, they were on the ground, but they somehow were not dead. Ow. Wait, the mic glitched? So my glitching isn't fixed, then. Oh, you're not in this match. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, squeezer, but there isn't a squeezer. I mean, having people on the Twitch is nice. I'm still fighting to get my average viewer count on there up to something remotely manageable. I think it's currently still within the 0 decimal. Ow. I mean, they would have had to have intentionally designed it to look that way, so I mean, I think they know that it's a wine bottle. Ow. Just because there's 8 people watching doesn't mean there's going to be 8 people in the private battle, and it doesn't mean they're going to be there for more than one match. That is honestly my problem doing private battles. Is quite often people will show up, ask for them, play one round, and then leave. And now I've just spent all that time getting it set up, and no one's around, and it's now a 2v2 or 1v1, and that's just boring. Ow. Remember hearing about him. I also remember making the promise that if any of you guys ever need to talk about anything that's bothering you mentally, DM me on Discord. I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. Alright, Rand. Zylander, that happens when I just normally do set up private battles as well, with just you normal peoples. Like, people only stay for a match or two, and I know it's because my stream time is awkward for a lot of you. I start really late in the day. So, yeah, I'm on mini Splatling, it's been a while. Yeah, that rarely happens these days, having the 0.1 loss. Oh, excuse me. I mean, I don't really need them there, Zylander. Rude. Trying to shoot me in the butt. I mean, I get your name is Buttingham, but it's rude. Ow. I should not have done that. The mini Splatling can actually do rather well from the high ground. You just need to be to the edge. Sorry, she just said that she has to charge her Switch. So it might be a little bit. Woo, double kill. Yeah, it was only a few minutes ago that she had said that, so. Ow. Switch Online is. I honestly still stand by Switch Online is a really good service. Even though it is still peer-to-peer, it's still a really good service, and would honestly be better if Nintendo worked on their netcode a bit. If the netcode was better, it would be a nearly flawless online experience. But just the fact that you get basically an NES Classic for free, and you get the SNES games, which, albeit it isn't basically an SNES Classic, but it's still got a lot of good games there. You know, it's hard to argue with that. Yeah, it wouldn't. It would just make bad connections even worse for the people that have them. As it stands, people that lag a lot are obnoxious. They can be really hard to fight, but... To be fair, Splatoon is E for everyone. Well, E10+. It has cartoon violence. Though I imagine Mario Kart would have the same rating of cartoon violence. But these are water guns, shooting ink. Ow. I honestly want to say, if any of you ever want to try a really cool racing game from the SNES, try F-Zero. It's in the free SNES games. It is really good. Also has an amazing soundtrack. Ow. I'd say to honestly just ask her when you're there. Like, is water guns okay? Red Canyon will probably forever be one of the best songs ever. Those games were my childhood. Jeez, how young is he? Hello, Tony Light. Yeah, that's cool, Tony. You can always watch. That is always an option. Ow. I mean, I was a 96 kid. I honestly... If I only had consoles that came out since I was born, I'd only have the N64 onwards, but we were poor, so we had a SNES, and we rented a lot of SNES games. We bought a lot of SNES games because used game stores. So like the SNES and the N64 are like my childhood systems. Which is a thing that a lot of kids of my generation just never really got. Like, so many of my friends going through school and the people I knew just never played SNES games. They barely had played N64 games. Because by the time they were old enough for a game system to be something they'd want, it was the PS2 that they wanted. And there's just me who, well, I had a original PlayStation and N64, SNES. Those were what I played. We had a PS2, but I more often than not preferred to play like Perfect Dark or Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart 64, F-Zero, Uncharted Waters. There were a few PS2 games I played, like Dynasty Warriors 4 and Champions of Norath. I mean, as well as Champions Return to Arms. Those are expensive games these days. The two Champions games. They're really good, but they're really expensive. They need a remaster and re-release. But Snowblind went under, so it'll probably never happen. Yeah, I've known climate change is a thing for a very long time, Zylander. It's leading into an ice age. Which is gonna be fun. I legit do not even remember any original PlayStation games off the top of my head. Wait, yes I do. Command & Conquer Red Alert. It's like the only one I played on the system. Come into my house with my weapon, Roger, and think you can beat me? How dare you? Ow. Like, a fair bit of my childhood, I remember playing, like, nothing but Command & Conquer Red Alert on the original PlayStation. And StarCraft 64 on the N64. And Uncharted Waters. I was a nerd. I was a pretty big nerd. I mean, to be fair, both of the, you know, the SNES is a Nintendo console. Ow. My girlfriend's childhood systems were the Wii and the Xbox 360, so I mean, she's also 4 years younger than me. Hi, Rand. Have a good night. Ow. I said I was gonna end this after 2 hours, and I didn't. Why do I do this to myself? Because I want to provide entertainment, that is why. And I cannot provide entertainment if I'm not streaming. Ow. I got greedy. It is not, sadly. You cannot stick a suction bomb to a player. That would be really funny if you could, though. Oh man, if you could do that, that would take me back to days of doing that in Perfect Dark, running around with nothing but remote mines in the simulation mode, basically the co-op, you know, the PvP mode is the best way I can describe it. You just go around with like remote mines or proxy mines and just throw them on other people and just run away. Because they would stick, and they would blow up. It's hilarious. Made the explosion even bigger if there were grenades around. Because then the grenade blows up the mine, and it's an even bigger boom. Perfect Dark is like one of the best console first-person shooters ever made. I will forever stand by that. I know I'm partially nostalgia blind, but I don't care. It's really freaking good. Why not both? Ow. I mean, Sploosh has beacons. Splash has bomb rush. Makes them both good. And also, I don't think I'm all that entertaining, but apparently you guys do, and you know, I'm okay with that. Oh jeez, Joy-Con. It does annoy me that I will probably have to start cursing occasionally, just to make sure that my comments don't get disabled. Though, I mean, with the topics the stream goes into, I highly doubt my stream could ever be labeled as child-friendly. But I really don't want to be labeled as child-friendly. Not if it means I lose the ability to have comments. There we go. Stream's not child-friendly anymore. That works. I don't think it in the comments would count. Though I suppose that technically is on screen. Just like once a week, play George Carlin's Words You Can't Say on TV. Or was it the radio? One of them. Just play that like once a week. I'd be set. I'm not even that great with the mini splatling. Am I? I don't feel like I'm doing that great. I'm much better with the heavy. I mean, the heavy was my baby in the first game. Heavy Splatling Remix. Sprinkler and Killer Whale. That weapon was the Killer Whale. I mean, I've not been paying attention to the score screens. It just hasn't felt like I'm doing very well. I have been dying a lot. I'll take all that charge. Okay. I mean, this round, I'm definitely doing good, and I can feel that. Ow. Yeah, I kind of wish the Killer Whale was still around. It was the weakest of the specials. Ow. Well, like, not the weakest. Echolocator was definitely the weakest, but you rarely ever got a kill with the Killer Whale unless you used it to spawn, like, super jump camp. Blech. Yes, spawn camp. That was mildly broken. When you could manage to coordinate a bunch of Killer Whales together, you could basically hold an enemy team in their spawn, but it was only for the duration of 4 Killer Whales, so even that wasn't so bad. I'm gonna say probably around 10, 11 kills. With close to 1,000 points, if not more. I mean, it is really fun. I mean, I used the Heavy Splatling remix. Okay, 13, that was a little off. That match, it definitely felt like I was doing good, though. I'm gonna grab the heavy. Alright, Zylander. Have a good night. I mean, the thing with the remix now is you get to feel like Goku. So, you know. You get to feel like a bumbling idiot that is somehow stronger than everyone else. I say this as someone who really, really likes Dragon Ball Z, though has not watched even any of the later series, really. Watched a little of Dragon Ball GT, and I just kind of got bored of it. Dragon Ball Z, though, was pretty good. Dragon Ball was also pretty good. Fair enough, Koi. Yeah, I mean, Goku will always prevail, even if he has to die to do it. Oh, the level 99 is 99 stars, the charger. Okay. Duly noted. Person, you can booyah too, you know. It charges so much faster. The person with the booyah bomb booyahs too. Though, from what I remember, the Spirit Bomb never actually won a fight. Ow. Like, I might be remembering wrong on that, but I legitimately do not remember it beating anybody. Usually it would be the villain's own incompetence that got them killed. Like Frieza, who apparently didn't actually die. Ow. Wow, that setup looks pretty tryhard. I mean, I'd expect nothing less from a 99 star. Right, he did. How did I forget about Majin Buu? Well, Boo. That arc was on TV when I had very little attention span, and I've not gone back and watched it again. That's probably how. My attention span wavers as I got older. It got longer. You know, I'm gonna splash it up. You know, I'm just gonna keep the stream going until the hour. That'll work. So it'll be going another half hour or so. My throat may be starting to die, but I can make it keep going, hopefully. Stretching. Felt like I was gonna yawn, but I didn't. Darn it! If that had been a direct hit, that might have got you. Ow. Darn it. I need to go back and watch Dragon Ball Z again. Just needs to happen. The Robotic and I were gonna watch through it together, so I mean... Because she's never seen it. Darn it! Tied to an ink brush. I bring shame to this dojo. Not as much as that charger is, though. Jeez. Was I just easy to kill for them? So they've not been able to do a whole lot. Fair enough. She probably learned how to aim from her little lamb. That was a terrible joke. There goes my subscriber count. I deserve no less for a joke that bad. You've never heard that nursery rhyme before. I don't remember it word for word, or else I would... Hello, Emerald. I mean, my name's my channel's name. You can just read that. It's down there. Somewhere. It's down there somewhere. I don't know exactly where. I think it's directly beneath me. I don't know. Well then. Fair enough, average. I didn't really notice that charger doing a whole lot. But I also didn't see you around too much, so... Yeah, I'm doing Turf War. That viewers can join. I'm not doing privates because there's not enough people here. Fair enough, Koi. Still a bad joke. But again, when don't I make bad jokes? Why would anyone ever super jump to me? Surely everyone should know that is a terrible idea. But yeah, I only do private battles if there is enough people around to at least be certain that we'll have at least a 3v3 for a few matches at the very least. I've gotten kind of tired of basically just having 2v2s, 1v1s. Ow. They just get really boring to me. And I'll get to that friend request after this match. Just so everyone knows to back out. Instead of continuing. Assuming I don't forget. So I'd say give it a second to see what I end up doing. So I get talking about something I'm likely gonna forget. I'm not very smart. Ow. I'm gonna back out, get to the friend request. Hopefully I have room on my friends list. I'm running low on people that haven't had their thing running in a long time. I cleared up 20 spaces last time I cleared up spaces, but I don't know how many people have friended me since then. Ugh, need to keep my throat hydrated. It's not the easiest when you're getting sick and you know it. Ow. be wrong, but isn't 72 the standard inside temperature in Fahrenheit? Like, I don't know, because I don't work on Fahrenheit, but... Yeah. Ah! Killed him anyway! My room stays about 10 Celsius. I don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit. I occasionally will turn on the fan because I occasionally don't want it to be this cold. And then usually whenever I get around to turning on the fan is about the same time that the furnace just comes on. So... I'd say just go outside, but, you know, I doubt your Wi-Fi is that good because you are in the US. And American ISPs are notoriously bad. Ow. It's snowing here. Should tell you how cold it is outside here. Snow ain't gonna stick, because it's gonna get a lot warmer and the ground is really wet. Which means the roads are gonna be awful, but... Jeez, snipers, come on. I used to go for walks at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. every night I would go for a walk. It's just so peaceful at that time of night. Not very peaceful still in the city I'm in, which is frustrating. But the city I grew up in of Digby, it was really nice. I'd walk along an old back, like, forest trail. It was really nice. It's almost 2 a.m. for me. Go Atlantic time! My upload speed is add like a 0 to the end of that and remove the decimal, Buddingham. That's my upload speed. Download is about the same because go fiber ops. Yep. Yeah, it is average. I don't judge. Ow. I got tunnel visioned. Stop paying attention to what's around me. I think this might have to be my final match for the night. I apologize, guys. My throat is getting way too sore. But I will remind everybody that there is a Discord, should you wish to join it. It's linked down in the description of YouTube. And in the info on Twitch, however you get there on mobile, I have no idea. Twitch, that is. Get there somehow. Who knows? Oh, he just left. Ow. Ugh, throat's getting really sore. Really hope I'm not actually getting sick and it's just a random sore throat for no reason. Because I know if I get sick, I'm gonna be sick for a week or more again, and it's gonna suck. Ow. He's so hurt. I will be back streaming tomorrow, though, assuming I'm not too sick to stream. At around 11 PM Atlantic time. To know what time that is, just Google Atlantic time. And it'll probably tell you what time that is. And then you can figure it out from there, of when I go live. I start at around the same time every night, so... Not sure what I'll be streaming tomorrow, though. Because it might not be Splatoon again. Because I like trying to vary up what I stream. That way I don't get burnt out on things. Ow. I might see if my PC is good enough to stream like World of Warships. See how that works out. It should be strong enough to stream that. I'd have to download it though. It's like a 70 gig game. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. My throat is dying. So once this is out, I'm going to be ending the stream. So with that, I will thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for whatever I happen to stream. So thank you, Buddingham.